I can't believe I'm making this video. He died tonight, around, I think, 2 a.m.
I'm not giving up today.
I'm not giving up because Alfie's breathing away. He's not suffering, he's not struggling. He's being given no morphine, no fentanyl, no midazolam. There's been no drugs given to him. He's fighting. The nurses just come in and said he looks really good, and we just go on what he says. And Alfie's saying get him the flight, but they're starving him at the moment. I mean,
not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. If you knock me over, I will get back up again.
Looking up at a sunny sky, so shiny and blue, there's a butterfly. Well, isn't that a super fantastic sign? It's gonna be a fantastic day. Such a marvelousness it's gonna bring. I got a pocket full of songs that I'm gonna sing. I'm ready to take on anything. Some super fun surprise around each corner. Just riding on a rainbow, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, if something goes a little wrong, you can go ahead and bring it on. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up again. I'm marching along, I got confidence. I'm cooler than a pack of peppermints, and I haven't been this excited since I can't remember when. I'm off on this remarkable adventure, just riding on a rainbow. What if it's all a big mistake? What if it's more than I can say? No, I can't think that way, 'cause I know I'm gonna be okay. I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, if something goes a little wrong, you can go ahead and bring it on. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up again. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again.
At life. The court ruling yesterday that they cannot take their son to Italy for further treatment, and that the United Kingdom hospital can remove the child's life support against the parents' wishes, which they have done.
they are giving him his fluid. It took him 6 hours to fight for fluid and for oxygen for him last night. At some point I had to give him mouth to mouth because his lips went blue and he was really fighting with his breathing. So me and his mum were giving him mouth to mouth, and we suctioned him and just kept on top of him all night, and we done basically what the nurse should have done to sustain his life.
Yeah, this is really horrific. They're performing mouth-to-mouth on their dying child in a hospital while the doctors stand around and just wait for him to die. And we should also mention that, just so people know, yesterday the hospital in Italy that had volunteered to take this child and treat him sent a helicopter to the hospital in London, and it was waiting outside But you know, the hospital in London stationed police officers around to prevent anyone from taking this child and putting him in the medevac to bring him to a place that could treat him.
The doctors now ought to just either let us go and stop making excuses up, because they just don't want to see him come out of here. They want him to die. They want him to deteriorate in the next couple of hours, so then they can say, oh, look, we told you. But in fact, in reality, I stood in the court case and they told me that he wouldn't last longer than 5 minutes. He's lasted 22 hours.
We have to explain, though, Matt, in the United Kingdom, the way it works with the National Health Service, the patient has rights, but the parents don't. And if the patient is 23 months old and is unconscious, it's the state. It's, you know, for a very long time we talked about death panels in this country. Is that what this is?
Yes, this is murder. This is absolutely murder. They are actively killing this child when there are other options. They could go to a hospital. There's a hospital that will take him.
A lot of you know, and unfortunately, a lot of you don't know the story of Alfie Evans, 23-month-old little boy in the UK that was murdered by the hospital and ultimately the government. And I've been following his story, as some of you have been, and unfortunately as some of you didn't even know to do, because our world is so messed up that his story didn't matter, and it was silenced by corrupt people. And I'm honestly thinking of changing the direction of my channel because of this. Here, this little boy was denied medical care. He was misdiagnosed, and they starved him to death at the end of his life. And here I am talking about home decor. And he is the same age, just a couple months older than my youngest daughter. And he was murdered by the British government.
They're disgusting how they're treating us. They're just starving, and you wouldn't do this to an animal. I feel like I'm in an African jail, and it's disgusting, but Alfie's fighting, so I'm going to remain at his bedside with his mum all night, and I'm going to fight him.
And if we don't wake up and if we don't educate ourselves about right and wrong, this is the beginning of another Holocaust. So many of you have never studied history, and you don't know that that's how it started. It wasn't just about Jews. It was about getting rid of anyone who the government decided wasn't healthy enough. There were many special needs people killed right along with the Jews during the Holocaust, and it started just like that. Government health care deciding, oh, this is too expensive for our government, and unfortunately the most innocent suffer. Please, we have got to get out of our little echo chambers. I don't know what I could have done. I prayed so hard. You guys, they took him off of oxygen against his parents' wishes. They took him off of life support. They told the parents, the mom and dad, that he would only live for 3 to 5 minutes off of life support, and he lived for like 3 days because he was misdiagnosed and he deserved medical care. He could have lived. Italy offered private jets to take him to a different country for medical care, and the UK refused because they have tyranny over their citizens. It's evil, and it needs to be condemned. And All that needs to take place for evil to happen is for good men and women to stand by and do nothing.
And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Alfie and Charlie, we hate your government. Sorry, I do.